Okay, so I'm going to give you some instructions on how to assemble this bench when it arrives and package everything kind of laid out on the floor. Find your top pieces like this. What you want to do is just grab these, and you want to do this on a soft surface, carpeting or a rug or something. You'll take them and you'll lay them to where the finished side is down against the floor. You'll see some markings and stuff on the bottom. Grab your other one like this. You'll see there's pins right here that'll just slide together, just like that. You'll grab your hardware pack with these screws. These screws, you can either use a Phillips or a number 2 square screwdriver or bit. The screws will work with either. You'll see what I'm doing, there's just pocket holes right here. You just screw those together. All the holes are already pre-drilled, so they should just self-align. You see it laid out like that. Next, we're going to grab our top support pieces. They're going to look like this. Okay? So we'll take this one. This. Here is just going to come right in here and join. You'll see these are labeled with an L, so this is the left side, and this one's labeled with an R, it's the right side. So we're going to take these and just put the pocket screws right in these holes right here. There's 2 more right here. Okay, next we're going to grab our end pieces. So from where I'm sitting, this is the right side and the left side. You also see it labeled here and here. We'll find the piece that says R on it. We're just going to take it and set it right on the right side right here, right on the end. Grab our screws. There's pocket holes right here. And then just make sure it's flush along the outside edge here. It's going to kind of hold pressure on the back side as you're screwing it in. Okay, repeat the same process on the left side over here. So it's labeled with an L here. Okay, and at this point, what we're going to do is there's marks on the ends. You just want to put the corners of the bench inside these marks. You want to come down to this end, do the same thing. Corners of the bench inside that mark, there should be an even gap all the way around. Next, we're going to come in here with more screws. There's pocket holes right here. There's 2 more right here. These will have like circles around where they go in. 2 more right here. 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 And 2 more right here. Okay. Next we're going to grab our corner shelf piece. It'll look like this. I have pegs on this side and pegs right here. Lay that out. Next we're going to grab the pieces that are labeled with an R on the bottom. And then we're going to grab the piece that's labeled with an L3 on it. Okay? So we're going to lay these out on the floor. So once you have these pieces laid out, we're going to grab the piece that says L3 on the bottom. Set it on the floor like this with this little notch facing away from you. We're going to line up the pins on this piece. Slide it in right like that. There's 2 pocket holes right here. Grab the piece that's labeled with the R. Same thing, we'll set it on the floor with these notches facing away from you. These pins will line up. I'm just going to set this aside for a second. Grab our back corner support. It'll look right like this. Just going to set it right in the back corner back here. There's going to be 3 screws. Go down to secure that. Once you have those 3 screws in place, grab this, flip it upside down. There's a notch out right here. This piece is going to go right inside that notch out. If you come on this side over here, you'll notice there is a mark that goes across right here. You're just going to line the edge of that shelf up even with that mark. There's pocket screws right here. Go down in. Another one here. There's going to be 2 right here. Around the back corner back here. May need to kind of lift it up here, but there's one that goes in right here. Okay. Grab our other support piece right here. You'll notice there's like a little notch out right here. Just face that up on the back side. It'll sit on right like this. Now we're going to grab the piece that's labeled L2. Coming, there's another notch out right here. You'll see it labeled as L2. You want to spin this around to where the larger notch, this one's shorter, the longer notch is facing towards you. It'll go in right like this. Put the screws in. Okay, and then our last piece here, L1. It's going to repeat the same process. The bigger notch is going to face towards you on the front edge. Okay, to get to this point, we're going to grab our floor pieces. Floor pieces are going to go together just like the top does. There's pins that line up. And they'll just slide together. It's a clear place on the floor before you set this down. Install 3 more screws right here. Okay, and then we're going to grab our corner block back support. It's going to look like this. It has an arrow on it. Point the arrow towards the back corner of the bench. It's going to go right inside these red marks that are marked out here. Put some pressure on it. Screw it down. Okay, and then what we're going to do is just take this and just gently set it on top right here. Come to the ends down here. You'll notice here there's like a line right here, a mark. You want to put the bottom of the floor flush with that mark, and you want to make your finger along the outside edge right here. Make sure it's flush on the outside edge. Put it in place. Around to the other side over here, we're going to be doing the same thing. Make sure it's even along this edge right here, and then flush along the front. Now, grab our center divider here. You may need to come in and just put a little pressure on the back side, make sure it's just flush along this front edge up here. And then install it straight down to the top. screws here. Again, just coming from the back side and kind of push it forward a little bit, hold a little pressure on it. Make sure it's just lined up along the front here. When you're installing these, just kind of step back and look. Try to get the shelf lined up with the center of this mark. The center of the shelf should be lined up with the center of this mark. And just install the screws. Same thing over here. Just about finished up here. Come back on this back corner back here. The screw that goes in right on this back side. Kind of hard to see video here. Scoot this back a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then the last step here, we have some corner support braces here. So this one here, so this is the right side from where we're sitting in the front. So grab the bracket that has the right, has an R on it. So we're going to take the unpainted side with an R on it. We're going to put it down against like this. Just kind of hold it in the corner, and then pocket screws right here. Okay, and we're going to jump over to the other side. Hold the L on it. Hold it in the corner. Okay. Now, if you have some help here, it does make it easier, but you can just grab the bench and flip it back upright. And that completes assembly. So let me know if you have any questions, any issues with assembly. Thank you.